All right, y'all. Welcome to But the Caveat is I'm your host, Blue. So listen, I'm enjoying Podwise. I really like Podwise. I'm really enjoying Lover Pop. But Podwise got me in a chokehold, honey. So let's talk about these couples. So I'm looking at the screen like you are. So we're gonna go to the left, to your left hand side. Ian and his wife, I forget what her name is, Julia, I think it is, in the red pants. Ian, I think his name is Ian, is Joe in the jean shirts, who's the boss, who's the talent. That's his manager. Parks is the one in the track suit with the white stripe down his leg. Him and his wife. His wife is the mulatto with the blue I don't know what that is. I guess a bodysuit or whatever. Then there is the random friends of Joe, dude with the black and white cap on his head with the white lady. So let's spill the tea on these couples. So Ian's wife is thirsty for a baby. She wants a baby really bad, humping him like crazy. He's not even attracted to her anymore due to the constant wanting to, hump one ovulating, just over the top. Them two got a lot of issues. I feel like this is just my opinion. I feel like this show is going to break them up if she don't stop talking so much. She just told us that this man has halitosis when she first met him, and she's revealing. I like her because she talks too much, but she's revealing too much, and he's getting embarrassed. So I feel like, and I don't want to bestow any like future card tarot reading on him, but I think that Ian and his wife will break up once that baby gets here because she wants it so bad, and I don't know if he really is worried about it so much. And she's sucking the romance out of sex, he said, because she's so fixated on baby, 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 baby. I think the real reason why she wants a baby, 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 so she doesn't have to work as a hygienist anymore. She don't want to be in people's mouths anymore. She wants his money, and she's very controlling, and she wants to get control of him. And what's stopping her from having control of him is her not having a baby. And so that's why she's so feverish, in my opinion, on having a baby to him. Not to mention, yes, she wants a baby to her husband, but I think it's a little bit of control just based on the things that he said because she really doesn't want to work. And as soon as she pops that baby out, she's not going to work, and he knows it. So then there's Parks. Parks is in the tracksuit with the black stripe down the leg. His wife, she's a bimbo. She is a complete bimbo, and she waves her bimbo flag. She just loves, loves, loves the fact that she's a bimbo. And she's like, well, you signed up for this. My mom told you. I'm like, you a grown ass woman and you married now. Talking about my mom told you this and my mom told you that. Parks, the sex must be amazing. Parks is older. Parks is in his 40s. She looked like she's about late 20s, um, mid to late 20s. She looks young, actually. She looks really young. She might be 24. And this old man, he's loving, his baby wife. But I could see it getting old because he was, poignant when he said, you just live a carefree life. And she took offense to that. She's like, well, what do you mean? Well, I'm up here working and cleaning up shit around the house, and you're just working and paying bills. And you think that's as far as it goes. And so she has a lot of growing up to do. And Parks, I think Parks might realize that he went a little too young with this wife, but he likes her. And she seems sweet, but she's dumb as hell. She's not dumb as far as like book dumb. Like she just socially just doesn't read the room and thinks like this. My mom told you what you signed up to is cute for her age. Like, no, it's not cute. Like that shit was cute when you were like 19, maybe 20, but like you're married now. You need to get that shit out your mind. You need to be cleaning your house. She's a slob. I could just tell like she's a slob and she's trifling, and he's overly compensating for her, and he's gonna get tired after a while. And God forbid she gets pregnant, because Parks and them, they're making money. Joe's a millionaire, so I know Parks is probably a millionaire too. Ian's probably definitely a millionaire as well. I don't know what this man the random friend with the white lady does. But I know that the white lady, she makes decent money. She makes good money. He's trying to get a piece of that money. That a clip actually went viral of him talking about, well, if I needed money, I got access to the money. And she's like, no, no, you don't. That money's for my kids. And it went viral, and he was pissed, and like he likes to play little games, and we'll get on to him. I forget what his name is. So anyway, Joe's girlfriend, I thought she was younger than what she is. Like I could tell she was like 30 something, but I didn't know that she was a late 30s. She's scratching at 40. And she's too old to be so dumb. She's not a dumb lady. Like she's articulate, she's smart, but she's not smart enough to realize like this is an untamable man. This man is still wanting to go to the strip club, bag full of ones with lubricant in his bag, doing God knows what at these strip clubs. You're trying to tame that, honey. This give it up. Like she thinks what a lot of women who are trying to be like she's trying to be a stay at home mom. She's not trying to be working. She's trying to live off of Joe. She made it very clear that she's like, I want to be a stay at home mom. I want to be just for my family, take care of the house. She wants to be a housewife. She doesn't realize that this isn't going to be a housewife situation. This is going to be a girlfriend forever situation. Joe has tried to propose to two other girls, the baby mama that he had prior to, and the girlfriend that he had prior to the baby mama. Well, baby mama number two, because he has two baby mamas. He has his oldest son's mother, and we've never seen her. And we have baby mama number two, which is the mother of his youngest son. So Joe Joe is just having a good time. Like Joe's rich now, and all Joe's career, he was never rich. He was like doing okay, but he was never rich as he is now. Like he said, he put it out there that he was making what 20 million a month from Patreon. I mean, I can only imagine how much of it he's getting himself. I'm pretty sure he's netting about 10 of that, and then sprinkle it out to his talent and his business. So just that's just from Patreon. We're not talking about YouTube and Spotify and all the other entities that's a part of his business. So he's not looking to marry her because he has two other people, his two sons' future that he has to think about. And he knows, and we all know, that this lady who is not biologically tied to his children is not thinking about his children. She's thinking about the future of herself and her kids. So the moment that she gets any capital in his life, I believe that she will finagle her way and try to get control of things. And he knows these things because he said she is a pocket watcher and that she's been watching his pockets. And that's how she found out about how much, because there was a conversation of how much does Joe make? Do you know how much Joe makes? And it was to the group, do you know how much your partner makes? And the bimbo, Park's wife, and uh, Julia, Ian's wife, Ian's wife, she says she's seen the money. She knows she's aware of the money. She didn't, like do the math, but she knows that he makes decent money and got multiple accounts, but she doesn't know what all it entails. Whereas Joe said she's a pocket watcher and she somehow was able to see his money. And so, but she says she doesn't know exactly how much he makes. And then there was this conversation like she thinks, this is just my opinion of her, she thinks that if she is understanding, puts out, like they do threesomes and shit from what I've heard, this is a lot of alleges, no, nothing proven, that she could tame this man. And she was soon realized that she can't tame him because then she said there was one day she went to the car and she found a bag full of money and lubricant, and she was wondering like, what the fuck, why is this here? That's our thing. I'm like, no, it's his thing, and he just had you join in, to shut you up about what he likes to do. But Joe needs to see single. Joe doesn't want to be married. Joe's like late 40s, pushing 50, still wanting to be out in the club, in the mix, out in bitches' faces, throwing money at strippers, sleeping with the strippers. Like he claims that the lubricant, he's like rubbing it on himself. Bullshit. You rubbing it on yourself. You rubbing it on your genitals, your dick, your balls, and you getting ready to lube up and get into something. That's what I think it's for. I could be wrong about what lubricant is used for, but that's my understanding. So she thinks like she's been the girlfriend for 6 years, and this is very telling, right? So I was like, well, maybe he's taking his time with her, and maybe it's moving to something. This relationship with Joe and this girl, I forget what her name is. I forgot his girlfriend's name, but anyway, it's moving nowhere because it's 6 years. She doesn't live with him. She lives in a whole nother state, and he flies her out to come play with him, do whatever he wants to do with her, and then he flies her back home. She has not relocated to him, and nor has he invited her to relocate to him. So he's got the best of both worlds. He can fly her out, play with her, have fun with her, send her on her way, and still do whatever it is he's doing out in these streets. Because she knows, and she has like hinted that he's out here cheating. And it's very obvious why he's keeping you at such a great distance. Like, she lives in Texas. He lives in Jersey. That's a long ride. And I'm just saying, I don't see that relationship going anywhere. And it's crazy because she's 39 and she's still thinking. And I hate to say it, I'm gonna say it. Women are stupid. We are stupid as shit. We really think that we could change the mind of these men. No, these men are consistent, and when they tell you that you're not going to change their mind, and all we do is frustrate ourselves. That's all we do. Like, when I hear my brother's girlfriend complain about, my brother and how he's not doing this, not doing that, and I'm just like, bitch, 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 go, stop bitching, go and get you a man that does all those things, and stop trying to push your narrative on that man. He doesn't want to be those things. That's why you're frustrated. And you think that you can convince him otherwise, and he's showing you consistency that he's not going to be that way. But you're sitting here, upset, mad, trying to make him miserable because you're mad that he won't do what you want him to do. And it just it women just women waste their own time. I don't think a man can waste your time. I think a woman can waste her time, if she doesn't wake up sooner and realize, like, your role is, this is just my opinion. This is not written in stone or anything like that. When I came into my husband's life, I had to realize that my role is not to change his life. My role is to add to it in any way that I can, and in any way that he wants it. It's not for me to come in here taking things away and molding him and shaping him into what I want him to be. It's I have to learn, and I've had to learn to accept him for who he is, and either work around it, adjust, accommodate, or leave. Like, my role is not to sit in here and come and dictate what he does and control. I can make suggestions, but he doesn't have to take them, and nor is it my right to be angry with him because he's made a decision not to take the suggestions. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Now let me get on to the random couple. Okay, so the white lady in all right, Phantom, you felt that, Phantom? All right, amen, amen. I need a man's perspective. That's just this those are my thoughts. So let me get on to the white lady and the black man. So these two are well in their 40s, doing off and on, off and on. And she's too old. Like, she looks good for her age. She's a pretty white woman. I don't know if she's completely white. She might be Spanish in there in some degree. She might be just a Spanish lady that looks white. I don't know. But she's too old to be playing this game on and off, on and off, and on and off with him. And so she finally, I thought she got off the train, but I knew she wasn't fully off, because when they came on the podcast and they had broken up, they said that they broke up, and then she said that she got off the train with him and off this, the Ferris, like the hamster wheel with him. They showed up dressed the same, as if they were a couple. So I knew he still had his fangs in her, and eventually she would cave and go back to him. And I just wish that hey Jay, what's up, boo? I just wish that she would know her worth. Like, bitch, you make good money. You're pretty. I don't care about your age. Like, you could pull whatever you want to pull, older man, younger man, whatever. But this game that he's playing with you, oh, I need a break bullshit. It's just for him to tap other women. Like, women don't know when they're placeholders. Men will make you a placeholder. And I've had this conversation with my sister when I told her about her kid's father and how You're just a placeholder. And it was cruel. It sounded very cruel of me saying that. And I told her, I was like, I love you. And don't want to be, I'm not trying to be cruel, but I got to be honest with you on what I'm seeing here. And I had to get it out. Even though it was unsolicited advice, I just had to get it out because I was so tired of seeing her, this egg on her face. And I had to say, listen, he's trying to keep you single so that you can hold a place for him until he finds who he is looking for. Like he keeps dangling the carrot of relationship in front of you and saying this obstacle, that obstacle. It's got after you get over those hurdles, it's going to be more hurdles and more obstacles he's going to put in front of you, more expectations. I had to just flat out say it. He just doesn't want you. And a man will show you that he doesn't want you with the constant breakups. Like when a man knows what he wants, he's there, he stay there, he's consistent, he's roughing it through with you. He's not like leaving the space. Because when a man leaves, he's done. Men don't leave to come back unless they coming back to play games with you. When a man leaves, that's him showing you he's done with you. And then if you let him come back, he's coming to play and he wants you to play his game. So if you let him come back, you're playing the game. And you can't be mad at him for you playing the game. So that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you leave 5-star rating, and y'all have a good night.